Contrary to popular belief, you have to let a lot of things go to your head. It's a lot of talk about ego death and masking your pride or swallowing your pride. And I don't believe in the ego death. I do believe in swallowing your pride in some situations, but you really got to let certain things go to your head and allow it to fuel your ego so you can keep going in life. There's a lot of times in life where we'll be dealing with people who are talking behind our back, right? And you cannot let the talk behind your back get to you to the point where you are like, oh, they got me effed up, da 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 da, woo 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 woo. Especially if you know these people. If you know these people, let it go to your head. Let it be like a moment where you sit back and think to yourself, oh, they know better. You know, it's nothing wrong with that. Oh, they know better. They know not to say that to me. That's why they talking behind my back. So why I'm a trip? You know, when you have a manager who will kiki in your face, but then talk about you to other managers, not knowing that the other managers really like you and they're going to let you know what's going on, why let that go to your head? Why go confront that manager when they are the superior in the situation? They should have no problem pulling you up and saying, yeah, Candace, I don't like this about you. Or Savannah, I don't like this. They have to go around you because they know better. And let that go to your head. Don't let it be something that triggers your ego because you have an unhealthy or poor ego where it's always affected by somebody talking about you. Coming from a Leo, I literally had to learn this myself because it's like, why would I really trip and have all of these hard feelings, not even hard, heavy feelings about somebody talking about me or treating me a certain way or wanting to exclude me and all this other stuff? Like, no, I shouldn't even be feeling heavy about that. Y'all excluded me from that situation because y'all know that I'm not going for that. You didn't invite me to that party because you know I'm not going to go to that location. You know better. So it's like with certain things, you got to just let it go to your head. And I don't see a problem with it. As long as you have a healthy relationship with your ego, you will combat every insecurity that will ever pop up in your brain. I mean, everyone. The example I just gave is the perfect way to use your ego to combat any insecurity because it could be your close friend that's talking about you behind your back and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm so upset about this. I feel weird. I feel like I gave them this and that, da 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 da. And I'm not saying neglect those feelings and not deal with them, but the situation right now that you're in, right in the moment when you feel like they talking about you, or even if you hear they talking about you, you should always scale back and think to yourself, why didn't they say that to me? Oh, they know better. That's it. They know better. But now you can deal with those feelings that came with it as well and get that person right up out your life because you don't need them in your life. You don't need nobody that's going to talk about you instead of talking to you. And that's another thing you should let go to your head about it. They can talk about you, but not to you. It's so easy to talk about somebody, but it's not easy to talk to people for most people. So let that go to your head. Like literally, let it stroke your ego. I don't understand the death of the ego being such a big conversation when people are going through certain spiritual psychosis, but when it's time to upload an Instagram picture, everybody looking for the cockiest, egotistical caption. It's fine when it's there, but other than that, it's like, oh, you're too egotistical, you too cocky. No, I'm not too egotistical. I am egotistical. Yes, I do think very highly of myself. I am self-centered. Yes, I have a very high self-esteem because of my ego. Yes, but that does not mean that I'm going to sit up here and try to downplay you or make you feel less than when you're around me. No. Just because you do feel less than does not mean that I'm making you feel that way. You just feel that way. And that has nothing to do with me. So like really just I'm it's like with the ego talk, it's so necessary to really understand that the people who scream ego death are the people who, one, have an unhealthy ego, or two, want to be the only one with an ego. They don't want it to be two people who think really big of themselves in the same room, let alone a whole room full of people that think big of themselves. And then I feel like if we ever have a instance in life where there's a room full of people who have a big ego, the real ones will last while the other ones will be comparing themselves to everybody. Those are the people who have the ego death and death of the ego, and we should be more involved with everybody and not so self-absorbed and stuff like that. You only want people to be like you because you don't want to feel alone in your insecurities, when literally you have the tool that I'm using to show up and show out every day, which is an ego. Mine might be a little stronger because I don't run from mine, nor am I trying to neglect him and leave him in the past, but you still have an ego. Develop it. Develop that attitude. Oh yeah, I'm the shiznai. Like, it's nothing beating me, nothing topping me. Like, I am the top creme de la creme. And that doesn't take away from you being the top, you being the creme de la creme. We all literally live in our own worlds within this world together. So why am I not allowed to be in my own world, feeling myself? Putting me on the biggest pedestal. Why can't I do that? You know, so a lot of things you really just gotta let go to your head. A lot of things you really should just let go straight to your head. The comments, where you think you going? Let it go to your head. You see where I'm going, girl. We going to the same location. Oh, why you getting so dressed up? Let it go to your head. Because I do this. Next question. Why you got makeup on? Because I do this. Next question. Like, let the stuff go to your head. Don't. What you mean why I got makeup on? What you mean why I'm dressed up like this? We ain't gotta argue with these people. They want you to feel how they feel. Down. And because they feel so down about themselves, they project that onto everybody else. You got to take those projections and let it go to your head and let it fuel your ego. They are projecting onto me because they see something in me that they wish they could bring out of them easily, like I bring it out. I bring it out easily because this is practice. This is what I chose to do, and I'm showing up. That's it. You could do the same thing. But you're not going to get there by telling me to bring it down. You're not going to get there by telling me, oh, I'm doing too much. You're not ever going to get there. You're not ever going to get the result that you want in life by telling me, oh, I do too much. I don't do too much. I do just enough for me. And just a bit much for you to handle. Say that. You know, let that ego be stroked. Let that ego be put on a pedestal. Stop running from it. I'm telling you, the ego will save your life. Your ego will save your life. When you are somebody who is full of themselves, you obviously have done certain shadow work, certain rebirths you went through to become this person that you are today. Do not let nobody take you out of that. Don't let nobody shame you for that. You went through what you went through in the mind because, one, it was probably always supposed to be you. Most likely it was always supposed to be you. And not even most likely, not even probably. Definitely it was always supposed to be you. The one that's going around showing people, yeah, you just gotta show up. Sometimes you just gotta pop out. You know? So like, I'm kind of rambling, but like, I really want you to understand your ego will be the one thing of many within yourself, but mostly the number one thing, in my opinion, that is going to save you. You feeling insecure about walking down a hallway, turn the ego on. For the people who are in school, you feel insecure about getting up to go sharpen your pencil. I don't even know if they still got pencil sharpeners, but still, let that ego be fed healthily every time, every day. Wake up in the morning, oh yeah, you look good. Oh yeah, I love your fit. Oh yeah, your face is eating today. Yeah, like, big yourself up. Be so full of yourself, get seconds, thirds, fourths, and fifths. And then you will literally be able to show up. But first, just start letting things go to your head. It is okay. Somebody give you a compliment, let it go to your head. Somebody trying to diss you, let it go to your head. Because they compliment you because they see what's going on. And they dissing you because they see what's going on. Let everything go to your head. And not everything. Because some things, it's like, some things don't need to go to the ego. Some things need to go to a certain place. In those certain times, it's more so like when you really need to do some self-reflecting. But most of the time, let these things go to your head. Let it go to your head. Let most things go to your head. And I promise you, you will feel totally different about yourself. You will show up in a way that is unshakable, unf-wittable. You will not be moved by anything other than yourself. You will not feel less than anybody around you. You will not feel the need to compare yourself because you already up here are affirming to yourself, you are it, top to bottom. You already heard them people talking about you. You know these people talk about you because they know better. You it. They know they can't talk to your face about that. You feel me? You know you put that stuff on. You know when you get in that closet, it is put on. You know that it's put on. So that's why they say, where you think you going? Oh, you think you cute. Let it go to your head. Let it go right here. And when it goes up here, don't let it go up there and mess up anything. Let it add to it. Let this stuff go to your head and let it add to the ego. Oh yeah, they know I'm yeah, they know I'm that. They know I'm that. They know I'm all that. They know I'm all of it. You know?